What is up, everybody? Today, trade cap for June 30th, 2026. And today I took one trade on Nvidia for around a $1,200 loss. And it's very pretty much going over right what the market did today and what opportunities there were. Let's go right into the video. So, as usual, I pulled up my alerts and pretty much talk to you guys about what's going on, right? I actually just entered into a swing trade on Nvidia, so I'll talk about that later. But yeah, so 8:30 QQ spot opening near our previous high level. So you just want to see us reclaim that level on the 5-minute for QQ, and in SPY, same exact game plan, right? You just want to see us reclaim previous high level, just look for longs on tech, right? If you're ejecting, come back into range, I'll just be patient, see which names are showing relative strength or relative weakness. Nothing higher time frame looks decent on tech besides AMD, and so 8:59, 30 minutes later, chop on tech. Let's see if 9 a.m. shifts momentum, right? All these games are just chopping, chop, 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 chop. There's a punch of chop, right? AMD, I mean, Nvidia, right, is above previously had level, and I did note that, right? So this name did kind of look good for that kind of reclaim of that pre-market high. I think that's where I kind of entered off of. Yeah, so Nvidia calls on watch 200, and Nvidia calls same thesis, just a huge pop. So um still Nvidia stop loss below pre-market high, so I gave myself a bigger stop loss, right, just because it was a 1-day expiration contract, right? So I'm not really too worried about the risk profile because today's a 1-day expiration contract, so I know my risk is very well like the risk is very well managed on these type of 1-day expiration trades, right? So yeah, out of Nvidia, so anything stopped out on Nvidia off this kind of big drop. And so I'm going to look for another trade, but price action is very choppy, right? QQ SPY is clearly bullish, right? We came above our previous high. QQ, very strong push in the first 5 minutes above our previous high level. So we're clearly very bullish on QQ SPY. But Tay Tech was just so choppy, right? 941 saying alert for Nvidia above 199, otherwise I'm calling it a day. 1055 watching Nvidia cost $200 here. 1105 needs above chop zone, right? Because guys, the problem about Nvidia is that we're just chopping this entire day. This entire day clearly chop, right? So it's kind of easy not to take a trade in the zone, right? So what do you want to see to kind of take a trade on Nvidia in this chop, right? We have to clearly be above at least high of day or a key pivot point, right? So at least above this 180 198.64 or above this 199, so I can take a day trade, or I can potentially swing this, which I'll talk about, right? And actually this is moving very nicely, so that's very good news, right? Yeah, so 114, entering Nvidia cost 200. I will swing this, right? Stop loss below 198, and I just entered. Yeah, no, like what? Like what? Yeah, so this looks very good for a swing, right? And the thesis is very simple on this trade, right? Clearly on the higher time frame, right? So guys, this by the way, the reason why I took Nvidia in the first place today was just because of the higher time frame, right? I formed a higher time frame thesis on this name. And what is that higher time frame thesis, right? Simply, right, first off, AMD's ripping, right? So I know semis are absolutely ripping, right? I own a lot of AMD, by the way, so that's why I don't really like forced to trade myself on options on AMD. But anyways, what is the trend on this? Simply, we're coming back into this area of support, right? This key pivot point on the higher time from that 195, and we're clearly showing consolidation, bouncing off and showing strong price action. We're opening bar previous high today, so clearly we're showing a nice break and retest on the higher time frame and showing nice buyers stepping up. So that's why I just entered swings on this name on Nvidia. I just want to see buyers step up. My stop loss, right? I'm gonna swing this, so the risk profile is kind of very hard to gauge on these names, but the risk reward is very nice on these swings because if we do kind of get a gap above that 200, right, which we kind of see is possible, right? You can see strong buy step up at this area, right? This will be like a 100, 200, 300% swing. Otherwise, if I get stopped out, right, if we close if we open below 198, then I'll stop out, and then depending on where we are, right, then that's just how much I'll lose. So yeah, I mean, pretty straightforward day today, right? Let me talk about the trade, right? I don't know why I removed my trade, but I think I took it over here. I'm not even sure where I entered the video today. I probably entered over here. Let me go back and talk about it. Let's do this. Yeah, so 906, right? I think that's over here. Yeah, so 906 entered a video simply off a reclaim of the zone. And honestly, if I just could go back in time, right, this was not a bad trade just because we're finally above this area, the zone, right? This 5 range high plus pre-market high area. We just end up coming back down, ejecting straight back down, which is really unfortunate, right? And this is where we want to see buy step up here, that pre-market high area. And so we had a nice bounce, and then we end up coming back down and get stopped at. So kind of very simple, guys. And oh my god, Nvidia is moving. The heck, bro? That's crazy. Hold up. I mean, like, guys, like, I might just be the goat. I'm not gonna lie. Like, that is actually insane. But yeah, I know I looking for guys make this recap. I'm not gonna lie. Wait, am I still making it? Yeah. Is my mic plugged in? Yeah. So I mean, um, I just explained to you guys pretty much the entire thesis of the day today, right? Like I'm just dropping like such insane information, right? Very very straightforward. You guys seeing it play out in real time. Like I literally just entered this trade, by the way. It's like, look, I literally just alerted, right? Like 114 entering Nvda calls, right? Literally enter 114, right? Right here, simply, right? We're clearly breaking out this consolidation zone. I'm swinging this, and we have a very very nice move, like very, very nice move on Nvidia, right? I mean, oof, I mean, bro, like that's crazy. Might be the go. I don't know, but yeah, that is very nice news on Nvidia, right? You want to see it close above 199 for the day, right? I'm planning on swinging this, right? Unless we have a very, very big move today, right? Then I'll take profits. But otherwise, right? I want us to close above 199 so that hourly can close bullish and so I can swing this name, right? But yeah, that is pretty much it. That's pretty much it, guys. If you guys have any questions, join Discord down below. Otherwise, do not forget to like and subscribe. And yeah, I mean, well, technically this day isn't even red anymore. So, like, this isn't a red day anymore. But I guess I haven't realized the trade, so it's not actually green yet. But I don't know. Anyways, but yeah, yeah, that's pretty much trade recap. Let me check some other things real quick, just because maybe something else I missed, right? So AMD, right? So if you guys watch the weekly outlook, right, I talk about AMD, the higher time frame, right? I own, as I said, many shares of this name, so this I'm not really too worried. But again, guys, above that 456 or 457 area I marked at this previous pivot level, right? I told you guys this name looks good, right? For a swing or for a day trade, right? Of course, it's gapped up, so it's kind of hard to day trade this. But guys, look at that move, absolutely monstrous move on AMD, not all-time highs, right? 6% move, so. Again, guys, literally learn how to read the higher time frame, and you're gonna be set for life. I'm gonna be honest, you're gonna be set for life, right? This Nvidia trade, right? Even though I took a loss on this day trade, right? It was based off the higher time frame. I explained to you guys why, and you guys always have to have a higher time frame alignment with your day trades, right? Because technically, right, even if you don't have if you don't have higher time frame alignment, if you are playing a name with relative strength and relative weakness, right, and we're above our levels, that is technically sort of higher time frame alignment still. But otherwise, if you can like identify areas of key levels of support, key levels of resistance on a higher time frame, then that will just help you kind of be more confident in your trades and also hold it longer for those bigger P&Ls, right? Yeah. Also, let's talk about Intel, right? Intel as well. I talked about it in the weekly outlook as well, right? This name, right? 135 was that key level you want to break above for that all-time highest move. And his name didn't even have a retest, I'm pretty sure. Actually, I think it did. Yeah, so at 135 level I marked out, right? 134 level slash 135, right? This zone, right? We had very, very kind of nice break above, consolidation in that zone, and then break above. So Intel again, right? Very nice movement at Intel. Honestly, if I could go back in time, right? This name probably could have swung it as well. But again, you know, it's just nice kind of being right and knowing that your theses are being validated, right? If you can read the higher time frame, right, it's pretty straightforward. But yeah. Nice move to Intel and AMD, right, guys? Every single week, you guys have to be watching the weekly outlook, right? It might not mean much, but if you cannot read the higher time frame, then I'll just read it for you, because I look at charts all day. Anyways, yeah, and that's pretty much it, right? Peace.